Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. So let's launch our PixelLab app, and this is the interface of your PixelLab mobile app, depending on the version you are using, please. But basically, I'm going to explain the whole canvas, and you will see some tools. You can see them. So basically, if you are using your smartphone at the portrait mode, what you are seeing are the tools you are seeing at the top will be at the top. The tools you are seeing by your right hand side will be at the bottom. But if you are using landscape mode, that's when your screen will look exactly like this. Please take note of that. Then let's begin. From the top, you have these two. The first here, you can see this is your text tool. The first that's looking like a pen. Can you see this? You can type text. Then you have the copy tool. This one here is for you to copy text or copy any object. I hope you are getting this. Then the next one is this, for you to increase the size of the text. I believe you get this part. Then we have the rotating tool. You can see it. You can rotate the text, rotate whatever I want to rotate. Then we also have these two to set your text at a particular position perfectly without any error. These tools will help you with that. Then we have the color tool, the fill tool. You can pick any color here. If it's a singular color you want to pick, you can pick that. But if you want the mixture of colors by gradient, you can pick this. You can see that here. You can see that. You mix them up. We'll get into this later fully. You can even add more. You can add, you can subtract. I hope you're getting this. You can mix different colors. That is that for this aspect, please. Then we now have these two for you to either move this text to the back or bring it forward. So what you are seeing is forward and backward with this dotted line, changing the positioning or the layers of your work. Then we have the delete tool. You can see it here. You want to delete, you delete whatever you are doing. There are errors you can delete and they are off. Then we have the undo tool. Undo, in case you have made some changes, I want to revert to the original version or original value. You can now undo, but no redo. So when designing, make sure you know what you are doing to avoid tears, premium ones. Then we have the zoom tool. You can see it here. We use it to zoom the page or zoom your work. Then we have the grid lines. These grid lines will help you to align or pattern your work in a straight line. Probably you have multiple work and you want to arrange them on a straight line. Then these grid lines will help you. You can also adjust that by tapping on this. You can add more grid lines. You can see you can add, then you can move the positioning of these grid lines. You can do whatever I want to do here with your grid lines for guidance. Then we have the layer tool. Every work done. Imagine if I copy this text now. Let me copy it. You can see it that's appeared here. So you can move the positioning of these layers. You can see you can move them. You can move either for them to come upward or go downward. So take note of this layer tool. And under this you have the lock tool to lock this so that this will not move. You can see it here. If you don't want it to appear at the canvas or on the canvas, you tap on this. You can see it's gone. If you want to edit, you tap on this. Can you see this? Then if you don't want it at all, you can delete from here. So that is that what is. Then for this, you can add. It's a plus sign. Basically, this plus sign is performing most of the tasks of the tools here at the bottom. You can see it here. So this plus sign, you have text. If you want to insert current dates, you can see it is appearing, so you can do that. Then if you want to add stickers, of course there are some stickers already here. In case you want to attach anything, you can pick them up from here, but depending on the version you are using, please take note of that. Then once you are done, you can OK it. You can see it here. Let me quickly change this background so you can see this here. This is one of the stickers, so you can import stickers into your work. Then we have the shape tool, which is the same thing with this. You can see this, right? Yes, that's a shape tool. Then under the shape tool, you can see you have you tap on this arrow here. Can you see what I'm doing? When you tap, you see different styles of shapes. You pick the one that will depict your project, and then you begin to perform magic with PixelLab. You can increase the radius. You can see I'm going to delve into this properly. I'll pick them one after the other. This is a general overview, please take note of that. Then we have opacity. You can see it. If you want to increase its overview or its appearance, they use your opacity. Then the color mixture is here. Then you have stroke. You can see it here. And then you have many others. If you want to work on the edges, you can use this. All together, you can see. If you want to blur the radius, you can see what is happening. Hence, let's proceed. We now have importing image from your gallery. You can import an image. Imagine you want to edit a photo or remove the background of that photo. You can import from here. Let's assume is this logo of PixelLab. You can see it here. I've imported an image. Imagine I want to design a birthday card or whatever. This is how you do it. You import, and once it is here, I can decide to erase the background. You can see white color erased. Any color I want to erase, I pick that color and I'm done. You can see what is happening. We'll delve deeply into this later. Please take note of that. Then you can now draw by yourself. Whatever you need, you can draw. So that means you can use this to take notes if you wish. Yes, if you wish. So you can see your pen size can be increased. The smoothness now can also be increased. Can you see this? Then if you want dotted lines, you can see. View inside, you can see what is happening. New effect, you can see what is happening. So with these, you can be able to draw your own shape in case it is not among the ones made available here. So this disk icon is your save tool. You can save your project. Imagine you are working on your project. Once you are done, you want to return later on a later date to edit that particular work. Then you save it as project, please. Then if you want to save it as final product image, then you click on save to gallery. You can see that you choose your best quality. Is that clear? We have different qualities. This is a modded app, please, which is why you are seeing some of the options you are seeing. So then if you want to save it as PNG, you can choose. With transparent background, you can choose from here, and you can also share to your social media handles. Please take note of that. This is the share tool. Yes, like I said, you can share them to all social media handles. Then this is your quote tool. We have different motivational quotes here. You can use that. Then after this, we can now move further to the bottom of your screen. At the bottom of your screen, the first icon here is new project. These are templates for new projects. Please take note of this. These are templates for new project. And then the already made projects, are here. You can see them. So you see them here inside this folder. But if you want to create a new project, you can tap on any of these depending on what you need. But if you don't want any of these, you can just tap like this. Then you can come to background tool and change the background completely and delete, so that you have a plain background to work on. I hope this is very clear. That is that for these project icon. Then we have text icon. Everything that you need to do about text design, 3D, whatever, is under this. So imagine I type this text now. You can see new text. Yes, you can see this now. So all these tools are to help you to be able to design this text properly. I hope you are getting this. You can delete, you can copy, you can bring to the front or send to the back. The positioning, you can use your arrows to change the position of this. Then relative positioning, this one will give you a perfect positioning layer. Then we have the text size. You can see text size here. Then we have the padding. If you want to pad to the right or pad to the left, you can do that. You can undo, you can decide to cancel. And then we have the coloring of your text. You can see we are going to deal with this later. Then texture. If you want to change the texture of this text, you can import an image and use it as texture. You can see what's happening. Can you see this? Yes. And then you can adjust. You can see whatever is happening to the appearance. You can embed, and then a lot of things continues. You can also delete. You are done. So we have opacity, which has to do with the appearance. You can see that. Effect with shadow, you can see that. And then we move to rotate tool. You know this already. We use this to rotate the text. And then we have the mask tool. Yes, you will see the wonders of this later. Please, you are going to see the wonders of this mask tool later. Then in and out, anyhow you want it to be, you can adjust your line, and then everything is done. You can undo the masking. And then we now have what we call the font style. You can see them here, collections of different fonts. You can also import your own font from the folder. I'm going to teach you this completely also in the next episode. And then we now have what we call the bold text. If you want to bold your text, if you want to underline them, you want to do whatever you want to do, undo, underlining, you can see you can do all these things with this app. Then we have your curve tool. This is for curving of your text, either inward or outwardly. So take note of that. Then the background of your text, you want to change that, it will function. You can see that. So that is there for these alignment. If you want to align your text, justify in whatever form, you can do that. Then spacing, either word or text or letters, you can see, you can space them. And then we have line spacing. Okay, imagine you have multiple text. Line spacing is here for you. Then we have stroke. If you want to stroke this text, you want to stroke it, you can see what is happening. Yes, you can do that with your PixelLab. And then we have the shadow tool. This shadow tool will create the shadow of the text. You can see what is happening. And then we have the inner shadow. Okay, we have the emboss tool. This is a very difficult one. I will teach you exactly what you need to do here. And then we have the perspective. The perspective tool, you can see if you apply this, you can see what is happening here. So take note of this. Then we have the 3D rotate. I want to rotate in 3D form, y-axis, x-axis. Okay, then you can apply these two. Then we have 3D text. You want to convert your text to 3D shape. We are going to do that more intensely in our next tutorials. Please take note of these. So We also have the 3D shadow. You can see that being displayed at the bottom. And then we have the reflection too. If you want to cause your text to reflect, it can happen here. So that is that for our text too. Then for our shape too, you can either draw the shape or you pick a shape and you add. I hope you are getting this. You can pick a sticker and add. You can import an image from here. You can draw by yourself. I hope you are getting this. And then you can decide to pick the already laid down templates of these shapes. You can see them. You can decide to pick anyone and work on it. Begin to work on the shape. I hope you get this. Please. Yes, that's what we do with our shape 2. And then under shape 2, you also have the same icons or tools we use for our text. You see them being manifested here. But for shape, you can erase the background. Either photo or anything, you can erase the background of that object. And then what we just did, you can see this. You can see this. You can also apply this perspective too. Then we have 3D shape. You can turn the shape to 3D and a lot more. So please don't miss our next classes. In this tutorial, you master PixelLab perfectly. And then the second to last here is the background tool. If you want to change your background, you can see what's happening. If you want to use gradient, you can see what is happening here. Yes, you can see that. Then if you want it to be transparent, you can see. I hope you are getting it. If you want to change the image size to maybe 9:16:9, and then you want to pick different templates, we have templates here: YouTube channel banner, and then YouTube thumbnail, Facebook cover art. These are the image size. So you can also change this and customize these values. I hope you are getting this to the image size you will want, the height and the width of the image. Take note of this, please. Then your gallery, you can pick an image to use as background image. You can see this image will serve as the background of your work. Then from camera, you can snap directly and then you can upload. Please take note of these. Then the last tool here is your lighting tool. If you want to work on this, you want to rotate the background, or even if it is an image, depending on what you are tapping on at that particular time. Look at this now. If you watch, this one function basically with your background. So take note of these. Now, this lighting tool is to help you customize your background. Watch this now. As we introduce it, see affected the background. Then we also have the noise tool. You can see what's happening to the image, the background. Then we also have the stripes. You can see, you can adjust, you can work on the opacity, the spacing, and so on and so forth. So all these tools are here to help you with your background activities. Then you have the brightness. You can increase the brightness of your work. Contrast, you know when to apply this where necessary. And then the hue, you can see that. And then lastly, we have the saturation. So these are basically the tools you are going to see. And of course, this is your canvas. Okay, so you need to master all these tools and understand them vividly before we commence our classes fully. And as we commence our classes fully, we'll pick them one after the other and we'll explain and we'll manifest by designs. I hope this tutorial is simple to you. Please do join us as we journey on until we arrive at the mastery level.